Guess who's appeared? We're going to do a little bit of a race whilst not racing at the same time. As it suggests, we're going to be going from the railway station up to the Cathedral by foot. One of us is going to tackle Steep Hill and not fall down it. The other is going to tackle Lindham Hill. As it suggests, we're going to be cut off. And Minster Yard. So we're going to see how this plans out, and if any of us happen to not make it. It should take 20 minutes, but for extra's sake, let's say we're going to get there in 40 minutes. In case you decide that you can't tackle the hill, have a run up and fall down it.
Yeah, but you
if I decide I want to go via, what's it called, Greyston's Terrace or something like that, where I did the imp train and came down that way. It was a good video, it shot off.
Alright, you ready for me to restart?
Go on then. Just do some talking.
Okay, restarting. February 90 is now live.
There's a train. Oh, it's the 10:02. 10:02. Leaving at 10:02.
Right then.
Let's go. Let's see if we make it. Estimated arrival.
You're heading off that way, aren't you?
Yep, and you're off up there somewhere. Let's go. I've got an audience, you haven't.
Well, hopefully I will when it premieres.
Oh, we hope. Right. Bye-bye. See you in 20 to 40 minutes. I thought, why not try something different and then see how this phone can handle the live stream, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow my old walking work path up to Lindham Hill, but then take the hill and see how that works out. So let's just currently hang behind the Progressive Pride and Intersex flag. Which reminds us that Lincoln Pride is on tomorrow. But again, it's acts I've never heard of. So I'll probably be there, but I won't be hanging about, because it won't make sense to hang around something you haven't got a clue of. Right. So we're going to go straight up here. And then at the bottom end, we're going to turn right by the abandoned City Square shopping area. Let's have a weave, whilst Lee has a wander. Then whilst this side, I can show the current upgrade works of the Central Market in some form. So like we've gutted out the inside of it to bring it up to modern standards. Let's enhance this remarkable place. You try that with a railway station, mate. We've got barely any trains to run through it. So maybe when you bring that about, there'll be any stalls in it. Hello, Yorkshire Level Crossing channel. The long and short of it, we've gutted it out and we've got to gut it back in again. So this you've not seen in the walk with me before, have you? The abandoned City Square shopping centre. That of course used to be a sandwich bar, and they used to have Boots. The Co-op, which was then joint with the post office. Dollar Jeans off the side. It was very small for what it contained. This, although it says it's still active, is completely defunct. There used to be the stairwell to get upstairs. Still slippery when wet, that's obvious. We've got that, the top of that's been completely gutted out. And then this has been empty for moons. There used to be a pretty good cafe and sandwich shop, and then next door used to be a, well, initially a charity shop. But because the notice has fallen, it says, our Clarence shop is now closed. That makes sense, I suppose. So it must have been a clearance store then. But it was pretty small, as you can see. That's been here so long that that's grown into the pavement. But we're going to cross now, because I don't fancy crossing at the main part of the road. I used to do this walk literally every weekday morning between October and the end of December when I was working. Top 2 weeks in October was sort of how we're going to go about it. But then it didn't really go about it very well. Because I guess it's a sort of knowing me, knowing you sort of situation. I wasn't going to manage in that place. I tried and it just made me extremely mentally exhausted. I thought, well, that was it, and just handed me notice at the top of December. I could have then literally gone then and there, but I was contracted to give a month's notice. But the sly thing is, right, I left a week prior to the end of that notice because we shut up shop for Christmas on the 22nd of December. But my notice would have expired on the 3rd of January, but they wouldn't have reopened until the 4th. So I managed to get around that period. Let's get around this end. If I was doing this as a video, I'd crop in where Lee is now, but I don't have the budget for that, or the time and effort. Maybe that'll happen in series 2 of Walk With Me, and we'll call it Let's Walk Together. But then that'll be a complete clash up of parties A and B, or and C. So we're literally going to go straight up there. Can I cross? If not, fuck it, don't care. It won't be me that suffers, it'll be the vehicle driver. So there's our Premier Inn, just in the depths of the city. If you want a cheap stay, but you want crap food, Travelodge behind the railway station. If you want decent everything, there at St Rumbold Street, there's Greyfriars Pathway. And I know I've not walked you up this way before, so I thought let's do it. Came out of the idea late last night and thought I might as well just do another fucking live stream of sorts. Rails on the downhill. That, and I can't really be bothered to do much work about it. It's more effort than reward at the moment. I've had a message in from our Callum, but I can't get back because I'm on the wrong device. So he'll have to wait an hour for me once he's on break. Because he's back in school now. I think now it's Scotland and Leicester who are back. Everyone else has another 2 weeks. What we want is Cathedral quota. But on this side of the road, we've got to cross over twice. Down the side of 2 streets. That's a tight turn there. That's the last car and it's a one-way section, so I'm going anyway. And we've got to do this again round the corner. Once you get round the corner, you'll see a closed and abandoned store which used to be a moderately sized spa shop just off of Danesgate there. How's the quality, by the way? I've not done that check yet. Is it any good? Oh, the light pushed itself as soon as I got here. That's clever. There goes a pronto for the County Hospital. We've still got them semi-permanently. Another pronto over there coming off of Fiskerton. Need to get back to Callum in a minute. I'll cross the road and then do that. I might make Lee win the race, but I suppose it's going to be worth it. Right, so I'll see you back in about a minute's time. Where's my bar? He said. Oh, I've killed many people off. Hopefully they come back. Well, so who's still active? If you are, say pair. I don't care which way you spell it, just pair. Yeah, I've got everything. That's good. Yeah, I had to deal with a little incident, so I had to go then. But we'll keep going. Lee's probably going to beat us anyway. But then it was never a challenge as such, just let's see what we could do with it idea. Because it was planned so late. Forgot how steep Lindermill was. It always feels less on a bus, obviously. But we can do this. We're all in it together, those of us that are here. Wonder what Lee's talking about in his. We'll have to find out in 2 weeks when it's released. No, I'm going to make an amendment to the plan because it's getting a bit too steep for me. Like steep did in that stream. So I'm going to cut off here and go up Greyston's. Greyston Stirs. Fuck's sake, I forgot it was this steep. I guess this shows why you should do more walking than you take the bus, whether you can or not. By means of if you can walk, you should do it. I wasn't prepared for this. Nor with the stairs because they're sagging a lot as well. Hi, Dale. I'm gonna take a quick break. Because we're not too far off the end now. But I'm knackered. Oh no. I've never fallen down it. It's just usually harder to fucking climb. I think Lee's already there. Is it someone else looking at me? He certainly did it quickly because it's time for 18 minutes on Google. 20 if you walk over the University Bridge. Let's go. If we take too long, we take too long, and I've got a meeting at 2 o'clock that I rescheduled without me knowing. So I can't actually stick around either. I've got a crossover, so I've got a pavement because this one ends. I don't think this morning's trip will be up to too much anyway. Yeah, I think he's already there. Unless it's someone else. Because these days I often see things that aren't there at all. And the art's background issues such as stress levels, which for me are crippling. Yeah, it is. Fucking hell. It's not bad. I took real time.
That took me about 16 minutes.
How?
It took me 16 minutes or so.
Right, we'll see how at a later date.
And that'll be how HAW, how a wonder.
Whore up the hill. That was bloody tricky. Yvanda says you probably took a shorter cut.
Well, you'd be surprised, because the route is...
Somehow. I said divert anyway, I'm prepared to walk the rest of that hill.
I mean, I've got video proof that I walked up steep hill.
I've got stream proof whilst having to deal with Callum halfway through. Oh, poor lad. There's no help, and then he wants a break but can't take it. Because I'm the only help that's there. What a situation to be in.
We have arrived at Lincoln Cathedral, so that concludes today's Have a Wonder
Whores.
video. Thanks for watching.
See you in the next one. Send mine and all.